All right, here we go. This is actually one of my favorite Mastercrafts. This is for the AK-74U. It is the magic lamp. This is just so much different than what I expected it was gonna be. I don't know which one I like more. This is gonna be a hard decision for me because honestly, all right, and welcome back, guys. It has been 9 months since Cold War came out and you were able to unlock the Dark Aether camo in Cold War Zombies. As of Season 5 Reloaded in Warzone, you are finally able to use these zombie mastery camos and all of the zombie camos for that fact in Warzone. So you know what it is, we talked about making this video for a long time. We're going to be comparing the Cold War version of the Dark Aether camo against the Warzone version, because just like DM Ultra and Diamond, this camo looks quite a bit different in the Warzone menu. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in game, test it side by side, and after we test out a few different weapons with pretty good coverage, I'm then gonna go through all the Mastercraft weapons I own, which is quite a few of them, and we're gonna see how the Dark Aether camo looks like on those Mastercrafts. And I'm pretty excited for that because a lot of times the Dark Aether camo looks absolutely fantastic on these. So we got a pretty jam-packed video today, and I'm just glad this camo is finally here. If you are a Warzone player and are looking for a very quick guide on how to unlock this camo as quick as possible to use it in Warzone, I'm gonna have our full guide linked below. It's a very long video, but it's all timestamped. Just pick the part of the video that you want to watch, go to that part, and that way whatever you need help with, whatever challenge, you can get it done as quick as possible. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in game. And here we are loaded into game with the FFAR, and you can immediately tell that this looks quite a bit different than the way it does in Cold War. Honestly, it seems like, you know, the texture behind it's moving a little bit quicker than it does in Cold War, and honestly there's more parts of the bright texture in it. And I don't know what it is about it, but the kind of, you know, the ripple effect around the camo itself definitely looks quite a bit different. I'm really curious to see how this is going to look side by side with the FFAR, because I don't know which one I like more. This is going to be a hard decision for me because honestly, these are more different than what I thought they were going to be. Oh, especially with the MP5 there. You're really going to be able to get a good kind of inspect with that. It almost looks like it's got white on the front of it as well. All right, now that we've done that comparison, let's kind of take it in different colored areas here. This is just so much different than what I expected it was going to be. One thing I will admit for 1000% fact, this is so much better than the introduction of DM Ultra and Diamond. DM Ultra and Diamond in Warzone when they were first introduced looked so bad. Trying to take it into a more darker area because usually with camos like this, they look a little bit better in dark areas. But, oh, dude, even ADSing, look at how fast that texture is moving on this weapon. Dude, this is so much more different than what it looks like in Cold War. Now, here's what the camo looks like in the dark, and honestly, it's not as bright as I would like it. It definitely shines way more in dark areas in Cold War compared to Warzone here. But overall, there's not a whole lot of dark areas in Warzone. Warzone's a pretty bright map. So for the most part, this is what it's going to look like when you're looking at it. Oh, wow. This is what it looks like on the Gallo. In Cold War, Dark Aether on the Gallo covers almost none of the gun. It's just the back portion of it. This isn't a variant. This is just the normal Gallo here. And it covers so much of this weapon. I don't know if it's just because I've been using the Dark Aether camo so much in Cold War, but I really do think I like this Warzone version better. And like I said, it might just be because I've been using the Cold War version of the Dark Aether camo for the last like 9 months. So this is just something new and fresh. Here we got the Stoner, once again, looking pretty good on this weapon as well. And then moving over to the M16, which I've heard is actually really good in Warzone, and that is fantastic coverage. This weapon, very good in Zombies, very good in Cold War MP, very good in Warzone now apparently. Absolutely love the coverage. And the thing about the Dark Aether camo on this weapon specifically, when this first came out in Cold War, it didn't cover the barrel. So I'm so glad it covers the entirety of the barrel right off the bat here in Warzone. Now here we have it on the Tundra, and it does cover the entirety of that scope right there. That is fantastic, but dang. I wish I played Warzone more than this because I'm really liking the way this camo looks. Here we have it on the M1911s. This doesn't have a ton of coverage here, but you can really see kind of the texture effect on the outside here with the M1911. But with that being said, that's kind of all the weapons I want to show side by side. Now let's back out, make a class with every single Mastercraft that we own, and let's test out what the Dark Aether camo looks like with the majority of the Mastercrafts in the game right now. All right, so here we are loaded in game. There's actually more Mastercrafts and reactive variants than I remember having. So we're going to kind of speed run through this, not to make the video too long. We're only going to go over the super important ones. Here is the SWAT Master, the X-Enforce SWAT Master with the Dark Aether camo. Looks all right, but I don't know, the front barrel kind of covers it too much. Wouldn't really recommend getting this to run the Dark Aether camo with it. Then we have the AK. I forget which one this is, but it's the AK that has the lizard on front of it. Once again, covers a pretty small portion of it. Looks kind of cool in and of itself. And here we are with the Dragon Krieg. This is like the OG Mastercraft in this game, kind of the first ridiculous one they added in. And unfortunately, in the Warzone version, the wings aren't covered by the camo. If you were to take the same one into Cold War right now with the Dark Aether camo, the wings would be completely covered with the Dark Aether camo. It looks fantastic. Still looks good in this game, but this one definitely looks better in Cold War. Then we've got the QZ, I don't even remember the name of this weapon, with the Mastercraft U with the Maxis bundle. Unfortunately, the camo covers like nothing in the Warzone version. This is a C58 like amplifier, something like that. It's actually not a Mastercraft. It is a reactive though. The back of it almost looks like DM Ultra there. You don't see a lot of the texture here. It still looks pretty good though. Oh, the front of it is actually floating. If you look at like the antennas on the front, they're floating off the weapon. Yeah, so there's that. I mean, this one looks all right. Moving on to the MP5. This was a battle pass reward. That looks fantastic with the camo, especially with the purple on the back. It matches so well with the engravings. This is definitely one of the best ones we've seen so far, is this MP5K. All right, here we go. This is actually one of my favorite Mastercrafts. This is for the AK-74U. It is the magic lamp. Actually works pretty well over here in Warzone. Pretty much looks almost identical to the Cold War version. Inspect, still fantastic as always. Then for our secondary, we have the Renegade KSP variant. Back when this first came out in Warzone, the mixtape was actually whatever camo you had. So you'd have a diamond mixtape, you'd have a gold mixtape, and you'd have a DM Ultra mixtape. Unfortunately, they've reworked it now where the mixtape doesn't have the camo on, unfortunately. Now, moving into the shotguns, this is, I think, the special... Wait, what? Huh, you can actually see the rat so much better in the Warzone version here. In Cold War, where that rat's at is pretty much completely covered in green. I think this is the Nuclear Distillery bundle. That actually looks really cool in the Warzone version. The camo doesn't cover a ton here, but that Mastercraft is still amazing regardless. Then we have the reactive Gallo here, and the masking looks almost identical to the way it looks in Cold War. Once again, camo looking fantastic. All right, let's go ahead, land here. Moving on to the LMGs. This is, I forget what this is called, but this is the motorcycle version of the Stoner here. Doesn't really cover any of the weapon, not too much to see. This is the high stakes for the MG82. Looks absolutely fantastic over here on Warzone. And yeah, that was, it doesn't matter that we died. We were pretty much done showing that off there. That one you got for, I think, Battle Pass for Season 4. It was the final, or maybe Season 3. I think it was Season 4. All right, now for the TAC rifles. This is the M16 Alien version. Once again, still a very gross Mastercraft, but I mean, the camo doesn't look too bad on it whatsoever. There's the sights with that. Then moving on to the brand new one. Haven't even made a bundle review on this yet. This is the new Ghost Ship AUG. And yeah, the Dark Aether camo looks absolutely fantastic on that. Even with that ADS, that has perfect coverage, and this might be my favorite so far. Then again, I also am just seeing this blueprint for the first time. Haven't loaded into game with it yet until right now. So kind of biased there, but it looks fantastic. And now for our last two Mastercrafts here, we have the Tundra spaceship, or mothership, I think is what it's called. Actually, I think this looks better over here in Warzone. Definitely got way more coverage. The entire scope, entire bottom part looks really good. And then we've got the Big Brain. I don't even remember what this was called. I know it was in the Big Brain bundle for the... oh, wait. The rockets just float? There's supposed to be little wires connecting the rockets here. I don't know if this is just how it's supposed to look in Warzone, but all the little arms that take out the rockets are just not here. But yeah, that is pretty much a good majority of the Mastercrafts. Obviously, I don't have all of them. I'm missing a few, but that was a good chunk of them, and the reactive versions, what they look like with the brand new Dark Aether camo. With this, they also added the Golden Viper camo, and they added the Plague Diamond. If you want me to see if you want to see me do another video like this tomorrow with the Plague Diamond video, just let me know. Show this video some support, and if this video does well and you guys like it, I'll do the exact same style of video testing side by side Plague Diamond in Warzone and in Cold War, and then we'll also show all of the Mastercrafts that we just showed once again using the camo. So let me know if you guys want to see that, and let me know, what do you think is better? Is the Dark Aether camo better in Cold War, or does it look better in Warzone? Which of these two versions? For me, it's kind of hard for me to decide because I want to go with the Warzone option just because I'm kind of tired of the Cold War version because I've seen it for 9 months now. If both these launched at the same time, I really don't know what I would pick. So I'm going to leave the question up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you watched all the way to the end. And if you left a comment and a like on this video, that helps my channel out massively. And I really greatly do appreciate that. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Real quick here at the end of the video, I want to thank everyone who became a YouTube sub or a Twitch subscriber. And extra special thanks to everyone who became an Unlock Plus member on YouTube. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic. We've got Hunter Reed Don Doe. We've got the man whose name should be really easy to pronounce, Yamasta. We've got the legend Sergeant CJ, the ETOL lawyer you don't cross Host. We've got the friend who always comes through, Drew. The DMCA claim waiting to happen, Snap. And then we've got Luke.